Hello. In this section, we would like to review what the assignment criteria are and evaluation methods are for pnsg 412 online course. This course will be evaluated in 4 ways. The first will be your module participation. The second will be in your portfolio and your interview questions. The third will be in a reflective leadership journal. And the fourth will be in a group project which you will present in an online format we will present to the semester 1 students. The first thing I suggest you do is that you print this module and unit completion form that's here. This form tells you when your modules are due to be completed. It also tells you when your assignments are due. I would suggest that you print this and post it somewhere nearby so that you have access to it and are not falling behind on your coursework. For the module participation, with every module, there will be a discussion group, there'll be some questions asked, there'll be something that you need to do in order to complete the coursework within the module. You'll have some reading to do, then you'll ask some questions or start some discussions, and you'll reply to some other students. Once you have completed the module, you will mark yourself. This self-marking will help you prepare yourself for how you self-evaluate yourself throughout your career. So we ask that you really give yourself an honest look at how you have participated in that module and what your mark should be. So you can see what this is. If you feel that you've given an original response, that your original response to the question or scenario or discussion thread is thoughtful and contains at least one reference, then you give yourself 4 marks. So there is some room that if you think, well, I did answer that fairly well, but I didn't put a lot of work in it, give yourself an honest mark for that. Once you've completed this, you submit it in the handed in tool. So for modules 1, 2, 3, and 4, you will do a self-marking participation mark. The next assignment that will be due will be your portfolio. Your portfolio you're very familiar with. I don't think I need to talk too much about this. You have all the work you've done up until this point in semesters 1, 2, and 3. You will have your resume that you will hand in with any changes that you've had suggestions from your last instructors. You will also do a cover letter for a job that you would like to apply for, wherever that is, wherever that might be, and try to make it specific for a ward that you're applying to so that your cover letter can focus on the attributes that that ward asks for. You will also do your learning goals, the new learning goals for semester 4, and how you met the learning goals for semester 3, and what your plan is to meet your learning goals for semester 4. The final part of this semester's portfolio are the interview questions. Once you've completed module 2, you will pick 4 interview questions and you will submit those and answer them as you would answer them in an interview. And this hopefully will prepare you for your first interview for your first job as a practical nurse. The next evaluative tool is a reflective leadership journal. So this reflective leadership journal will be done after you have completed your leadership module, and you will write a 300 to 500, so it's a pretty short journal reflecting on how you have used the different leadership styles in the past and how you think you might use some leadership styles in the future. I really hope you enjoy this module. The Drew Dudley video is excellent, and hopefully it allows you to look at leadership somewhat differently than you may have looked at it in the past, and allows you to reflect on how you can use leadership in your practical nursing journey. The final presentation that you will do is the group project, which is an online presentation. This may take a little bit of organization for you to get this completed, and we ask that you get started on this right away, right as soon as you finish looking at this video and you've done your introduction questions. You should have contacted your group. Once you've defined an ethical dilemma, you can steer your coursework towards that ethical dilemma, thus completing some of the criteria for this group project. So you're going to choose a culture or a diverse group in the community. You're going to think of an ethical dilemma within that diverse group, and then you're going to present the laws that guide your practice and strategies that nurses might use in order to guide their practice when faced with this ethical dilemma. The presentation needs to include ways that society makes this group diverse. In other words, some media or something that shows why this this group of people you have chosen is considered a diverse or culturally different group within our society. So there's some ideas of some of the different groups that you can pick from. You will email me when you have the group that you're going to use and the ethical dilemma that you're thinking of working on. And then the directions are to identify the laws, discuss the strategies, look at the other professionals who may be involved, and look at how LPNs work with those other professionals. Who's in charge? How do you work together? How would you collaborate? What information do you bring to the table, and what information do they bring to the table? And how will you each use each other's information? Once you've created this online presentation, it can either be in a PowerPoint, it can be a Prezi, it can be a Powtoon, or something that people can access online. Once you've created that, then we're actually going to share these with our semester one students. For this semester, we're not going to have them mark it, but we're going to share them so that this demonstrates some of your leadership, that you are helping these semester one students see how these laws and standards actually do apply in real life in practical nursing practice. You have a grid of the marks. I think it's fairly clear. If you have any questions about it, please contact me right away. You can see where the highest marks are, the laws and the strategies that are going to help you clear or help you guide your ethical decision making and your practice in a culturally safe way. Here's some tips. I recommend that you read these tips and use these tips in order to get going on your group project so that it's not happening right up until the last minute. Here are some sites that you can use and some information on how to use some of these tools. A lot of people just use the PowerPoint and do a voiceover PowerPoint, which works quite well and is quite easy. You can do what I'm doing, which is called Screencast-O-Matic, and just have your PowerPoint up on the screen and flip through, which is also quite easy. Or you can choose the method of your choice. I know many of you are very more techno-savvy than I probably will ever be. So hopefully you enjoy doing this and it's a fun learning activity for you. Okay, I think that's it. This presentation is due October 12th, which is the beginning of your last week of course. Really want to have these in then because students need to look at the presentations and everyone from every group needs to provide feedback to one presentation. So you need to review a presentation and give some solid feedback or ask some questions or involve yourself some way in their presentation. So October 12th is the absolutely last day. You certainly are more than welcome to hand it in earlier so that people have a chance to look at this before they're in that final week of final crunches. Okay, I hope that helps put some perspective on the evaluative criteria for PNSG 412. Good luck. Looking forward to your work.